Like at 17 and 18, I winded up on the streets, doing prostitution and everything, and stealing and robbing and whatever I could to get my drug habit up. Yeah, my name is Deborah Noah, and I've been living here on Motel Drive for about 3 years.
I became homeless around 2004. Just trying to get back on my feet.
The homeless challenges in Fresno County are vast.
I'm a beggar. I beg for money. Not many people hire people over 60.
They're complicated.
I'm Michael Dillashaw. This is Candace Dillashaw and Siler Dillashaw.
I can think of many difficult situations.
I don't know. It's crazy to think that you can go down so far so fast.
Poverty holds a grasp on Fresno County that is as intense as it is pervasive. And like all complex problems, the solutions are not simple. In fact, the causes of poverty are as varied and diverse as the people who suffer the effects, making the job of transforming neighborhoods even more challenging.
Well, the process of transforming a neighborhood from a high concentration of poverty to where we want to be, in this case, is more about the human capital than the traditional infrastructure.
Without economic and community development, nonprofits don't have a chance. We have asked the nonprofit community to do an impossible job to deal with the symptoms of poverty. But if you don't deal with jobs in the economy, and if you don't deal with quality of place, we will never see the change that we need to see in these communities.
It started when I was about 12, 13. I started getting into it. My dad had given me a sack of some cocaine to sell. So here, go make some money. See what you can do with it. Well, I came back with more money than he expected me to come back with. So I ended up going from that route on.
My experience came with working in the chemical dependency field, where you start realizing that if you just look at someone's behavior and you have no idea who they really are, you won't find out. And I've learned that unless you have a relationship, you can't challenge behavior that's dysfunctional.
Addiction, health problems, abuse, unemployment, dysfunctional family life, and mental illness can all serve as catalysts to poverty, and none are easily solved.
Mental health is a big issue in the homeless community. There are a lot of homeless people that have mental health issues, not taking their medicine, not having services regularly. They're on the street. There's a woman that I know in the downtown area that is in an encampment, and it's really sad because she is constantly abused. She doesn't have the mental ability to protect herself, and where's she going to go?
I've been living here on the streets for about 2 years in this particular spot. Well, with the loss of a vehicle, putting my grandmother into a nursing home, and having to resign a job that I had for almost 15 years for the federal government, now I'm just trying to get back on my feet, to establish, some type of income.
I have no medical insurance. I have no life insurance. Just live from day to day. There's a lot of people out here that don't want to be homeless, but they're not looking for a handout. They're looking for a hand up. And we're just trying to get people to understand that we have feelings, and we want to get help, just like be a part of society like everybody else.
Many of our families are barely meeting their needs. Some of them are unemployed. Some of them are living in the nearby shelters.
I injured my hand. I severed the tendon in my finger, and I pour concrete, and I have to trowel concrete. And so the doctor says that I'm on no work until I get the tendon fixed. I didn't get any insurance or anything, so I have no income. We're just trying to get into a place. We don't have real good credit, so we got to come up with a large deposit or something to get into an apartment. So it takes some saving, to get that kind of money. You drive through and you see them all sleeping on the sidewalk on newspapers. Siler, come here. Come here, son. Quit, come here. So you see these people out there and you don't think it could happen to you, and the next thing you know, you're down here with your whole family, and it's just like, wow, how did that happen?
Okay, my first year on Motel Drive was May 1979. And I was really scared. I think I was the only mom, because at this time I actually had one child and I was pregnant. And I purchased a hot plate and I was able to cook in the motel room, and I felt like that was such a luxury to have a hot plate to prepare our food. I remember one of the other mothers came, over to my room, and she saw my hot plate. And she actually said, oh, you have a hot plate. Well, you're lucky.
To fix this community is going to take a lot of things. It's going to take housing, jobs, more businesses, services like mental health services, drug addiction services, medical services. We don't have a health clinic in this community. We don't have a bookstore. We don't have a library. There's a lot of things that we don't have. We are in the agricultural capital of the world, and we don't have any place to buy fresh fruits and vegetables.
To begin the investment in low-income and working-class communities, we got to start investing in the people in those communities. We've got to start providing the programs that will advance their children academically, but also the programs that will provide the parents an ability to improve skills to move up the job market, you could say.
Hi, my name is Carla Silva. These are my children. My husband's out on the other side of the gate over there. I take about 8 to 11 buses a day to get my kids to school because they're on the other side of town and back. So by the time I get back, and it's 106-degree weather out here, I'm like a demon. And here, this place, you can't be like a demon. They want you to worship the Lord.
Mentoring significantly impacts poverty in that children don't understand what they need to do in their future. And when a child doesn't understand that, they get into trouble and they become part of the system.
Stemming the tide of chronic poverty in Fresno is going to require incredible vision and foresight from the very people who work in and around the conditions of poverty on a daily basis. If we are to be successful, it must be a collaborative effort.
I think that the HII is, in my opinion, our best chance at success at this time, with everybody at the table.
We don't want our children to be at Tent City here. We don't want our children to be in hotels. We want our children to be in homes.
Basically what we're looking at is challenging Americans to step up and create the world that we were expected to create.
I got my family back. It's been a blessing, I'm real happy. Everything is connecting back. God's reestablished all the relationships with my parents and my friends and my family.
We people, human beings. We are human beings. That's right. Just ain't got a house. That's all.
Me and my husband fought and argued and yelled at each other. Today they're asking us to be out by 11 o'clock. People are going to argue here. They're going to fight. They're going to argue. And, to being asked to leave for something like that is scary because you don't know where you're going to go.
I just think that we'll get through this.
People in the communities, in these impoverished communities, are crying for help. The HII, the Human Investment Initiative people, are in place with a plan. The service providers are in place. We are ready to bridge the gap. We are ready.
The Valley is ready.
We believe we're ready.
In our schools, we are ready.
I know we're ready.
We are ready.
We are ready to empower our families.
We are ready.